Oh, but here's the thing. You're telling me you just had a child and she shouldn't be out partying with other people. She should be taking care of her child. So who is actually taking care of your child?
I,
No. Who's calling 2025 CR 014731 State versus Amber Cortez? Can I have parties announced?
Barbara Ramirez from Ms. Cortez, Your Honor.
And are you Miss Cortez?
yes, sir.
Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Cortez, did you review the document entitled Application for Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, sir.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Did you understand? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
We do.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Yeah, I do.
Did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, sir.
Let's pause here. This is serious. A second-degree felony isn't minor trouble. We're talking years behind bars. Even with a plea deal, the judge has full discretion. So nothing here is guaranteed.
All right. You're charged with assault of a peace officer or judge as a second-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 20 years in prison and up to $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state will call in the right to remain silent. By entering this plea, you're giving up those rights. Did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
I do.
Do you believe she is currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do, Your Honor.
Ms. Cortez, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented?
Yes, sir.
If you're not a U.S. citizen, by entering this plea, you will be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir, I did.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 5 years in the prison. There's a $1,000 fine to be probated. State recommends community supervision. Did you understand that to be your plea?
Yes, sir.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes.
Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, sir.
And sign it in both places.
I did.
By signing that, you're waiving your right to appeal. The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Counsel, any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Outside the agreement, the state is recommending that your community supervision be for a term of 5 years. There be 100 hours community service restitution, no contact with Ingram Park. RT. Did you understand those are recommendations from the state, and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest?
No contest.
State any evidence.
Judge, you have to say example number 1 and all the counts. No objection.
All right. And state, have you speaking to the complaint?
Yes, Judge.
All right. You may be excused. Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call in the right to remain silent?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there will be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes, sir.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily.
And just like that, we move into sentencing. But this is where things often take unexpected turns. Judges start looking beyond paperwork and into character.
Waived and consented stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. Exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Sure.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client has made some mistakes in her past, and it's reflected in the criminal history, and it's also reflected in these charges. But since I've known her and I've met her least 9 months ago. She's turned around a lot, and she has just had a newborn baby. She has 3 children. She's a single mother, and you can see her doing all she can with the help of her family.
This is the turning point. One simple question, but it just shifted the entire case. Everything now depends on that answer. Clean test, lighter outcome, dirty test, whole different story.
Raising these children and doing what she can to support them. Your Honor, I know it's outside the plea agreement was the agreement was for a 5 year. We ask you to consider making it a 4 year term of supervision. Figuring that time she'll either make it or not. And that's all I got.
Okay. Well, I have a question for you.
Okay.
When you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be? And I'll tell you right now, if your drug test is negative, then I will sentence you to a length of probation that's 4 years.
It's gonna be 33. I'm on looking up on the
I'm sorry, what?
I'm on the headquarters in the hospital. We had a baby.
And that's all it's going to be positive for?
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't have my documents here. But I can go to the facility tomorrow if you want.
oh no, it would be a drug test today.
Okay. What is it? 5 years will be fine.
All right. So let's do a drug test today. How did you arrive at court today?
And 5:30.
Okay. Then she can get her drug test today, and I'll come back with the sentencing, and we'll let them know what medication she says she's going to be on, and there should be nothing else in her system.
Okay.
All right. Miss Abrams?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, no, you won't have to pay for it. Miss Abrams, let's get her a drug test today. Now, let me ask you this before I send you for the drug test.
I don't want to do this.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not? It's free.
I just do the 5.
No, no, no. Let's do a drug test. Unless there's something you want to tell me before I send you to go do your drug test.
Okay.
For what? All right. So that's where we are.
And don't forget to just do it first.
No, no, no. Don't do this thing where somebody's mixing drugs for you.
No, they told me something. There was one thing. No,
No, no, no, no. You're not taking meds. You're telling me.
no, I know. I am taking it.
No, but here's the thing. You're telling me you just had a child. And she shouldn't be out partying with other people. She should be taking care of her child. So who is actually taking care of your child? No. When you were out using drugs, where was your child?
What's wrong?
All right, so
I didn't take care of the kids.
her mom is taking care of the children.
No, I have to custody of them there in my
No,
apartment.
here's the thing. Just because you have custody of a child doesn't mean that you're taking care of your child. And if you're using drugs, you're not taking care of your child.
With that in mind, Your Honor, we concede to the 5 years from information.
All right.
You sentence her today according.
No problem. All right. Court is going to find you guilty. The court will sentence you to 5 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 6 years. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person, and counsel if she completes everything early, I'll consider early termination. There's going to be proof of employment within 45 days, no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There's going to be a referral to felony drug court. 100 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. How far did you go in school?
Medical building.
I'm sorry, what?
I got my medical building coordinator.
All right, there will be 50 hours deducted upon completion of parenting classes. There's to be no contact with Ingram Park Mall. Ramon Ramos, Devani Vasquez. Why were you stealing?
Honestly, I was just going through a hard time. To be honest, I was sort of pointing my life for because I had to do it so much in my life. To be honest, with you, it was hard to do. I never.
Well, I mean, that still doesn't explain to me why are you not at HEB taking items from them? I'm not recommending you take it from there, but you were stealing from Dillard's department store. What were you taking from Dillard's?
I should.
Well, it was more than just shirt because they said they were retrieve items from you.
It was shirts.
Just two shirts?
Yeah, there were photos.
All right, so why are you taking polos? And were those female polo shirts?
That was from a friend.
How old is your son?
He's sitting so.
So why are you stealing polo shirts for?
It was for Easter time.
I'm sorry,
It
what?
was for Easter trying to move fast.
Sorry, I can't understand.
It was for Easter trying to make the sun look fast.
For Easter, so her son looks nice.
It was around Easter.
All right, isn't Easter the celebration of Jesus Christ? Right?
Yes.
So do you think Jesus weren't you stealing?
No, no. And that's why ever since I was pregnant, I had a really treatment heart or GER.
All right, is Child Protective Services involved in your life?
No,
Do you know if they're in her life?
No, Your Honor, I didn't.
Because I will tell you right now, I have concerns because she has a child with her and she's going to test positive for meth. The felony theft course. Who stays with you?
it's me and myself.
Well, who's with your children right now?
My baby. My mom was sick this morning, so I can use my newborn. My kids are at school.
All right. Somebody called over and have a caseworker come over so they can talk to her just for, they're not going to open the case. But you do need somebody to help you out.
I don't need anybody to help me out, but I've been really good for the past 9 months.
You're telling me you're positive for meth. That's not being.
If someone sipped in my drink, yes. I was around the wrong people. I was just went out for a drink and we was at my friend's house, and that's it. That's the first time I hardly even go out. I
All
don't
right.
go out at all.
There's going to be the felony theft course. There's going to be a TAP evaluation in custody. Follow recommendations of TAP. There's going to be field visits one time per month until further notice. Probation, is there anything else?
To do with that.
Yes. And the felony drug court in custody counsel, that would be done this week because it's early in the morning.
I'm going to jail.
Oh, okay.
But I have to go pick up my son.
Okay.
Then what?
Is there anything else?
Your Honor, when you said it's going to be this week, what,
What's in me? So I'm going to jail.
Wednesday.
and if,
I'm going to jail.
I'm trying to find out. Okay, so, and then once the felony drug court is done, then.
Please, mom, please go home to my son.
There's a $1,000 fine and that will be probated.
Please, you please.
Okay.
Hey, you can drug
Probation.
every week, and I promise that I will come out.
Probation, is there anything else? All right, did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waived your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney.